Going forward, you recall we had that delegates conference here, and a couple of resolutions were made. The assurance we are giving to the members and the public at large. We have started our work in earnest. We are leaving no stone unturned. We are burning midnight candles. We are working around the clock to execute the mandate entrusted to us, because we have very limited time. Recall we are given 6 months within which to accomplish quite a lot. We are assigned the duty of bringing the party back on the rail, and we are vigorously pursuing that. We have said, and I want to reiterate the same, the party had been derailed by the gang that has been mentioned here. And our determination is not in any way about to waver in the pursuit of all the ideals enshrined in our party platforms, the Constitution, the Leap Forward, and all other instruments, and the strategic plan as well. A recap of the resolutions and so far what has been done. Number one, we are given the mandate to constitute the interim leadership, and we are here. You recall, and I want to reiterate, the former party president was suspended, and a resolution was made that disciplinary proceedings should ensue. We are working on that to constitute the necessary team, and rather to put in place the necessary modalities of ensuring that resolution is implemented. Thou shalt not commit a wrong and go scot-free. Thou shalt not flagrantly and obdurately violate the party constitution with reckless abandon and go away without any sanction. That would be a negation of the vision that was espoused by the founders of this party and the members who have sacrificed for the development of the party, painstakingly, who have developed this party, painstakingly, those who have lost their lives in the name of developing this party. So it would be a betrayal to those heroes of the party if one was left to violate the party constitution with reckless abandon and no actions are taken to address the same. The resolution was made giving us the assignment to take charge of the party. I want to assure the nation, as the acting president of the party, I am in charge and in control. Those who are asking how do it, how that is going to work out, just keep your ear on the ground, just keep following the developments as they unfold, because everything in that particular direction is still work in progress. But so far so good. Personally, I'm really impressed by the goodwill given to our leadership. I thank you, members of the public. I thank you, members of the party, for having embraced the decision that was taken by the National Delegates Conference and embraced wholeheartedly, embraced the leadership that was put in place. Our assurance is that we are not going to betray you. We are not going to backtrack on the mission you assigned to us, and we are always guided by the vision that is espoused by the progenitors of this mighty party. And in that regard, I will be chairing the first National Executive Committee meeting on Thursday this week. So a notice is already issued out to the members today, calling them for NEC to sit on Thursday. And in that meeting, the agenda is already on the order paper, but for the purposes of information to members of the public, we are rolling out a new roadmap for party structures for elections.
One Uganda.
On that day, or shortly thereafter, the Chief Electoral Commission and his team, the Honorable Kabaziguruka, who is with us here, will be giving you a detailed program on how these structures are going, these elections are going to be conducted. We are mindful of the time constraints. We are mindful of the challenges that all of you are encountering, and all of us, because we are in a transitional period, but we are putting everything in place to ensure that we have a smooth electoral process. We are assuring you that we are going to conduct a credible electoral process befitting the party our forefathers established. We shall ensure that the party constitution is respected in that particular regard. We have also issued the communications to the banks about management of the funds, the accounts of the party. Hitherto, we had the Secretary General, we had the Treasurer, who are signatories to the accounts, and since they are on suspension, and as long as they remain on suspension, their signatures on those accounts cannot be valid. And we are putting the banks on notice. If they honor any check signed by the Honorable Secretary General Nanda or the Ekanya, if they honor them as Secretary General, if they honor those because they are on suspension, the Honorable Nanda is on suspension, the Honorable Ekanya is on suspension. So if they attempt to honor their signature, they will have themselves to blame. We shall take them on legally. The banks have already been notified, and we have substituted their signatures with those who were duly authorized by the Delegates Conference. That is the Honorable Mujiche here, who will also have a word with you on some of these matters, and also Kaija, the Acting Secretary General. In the same vein, the resolutions of National Council, or rather the National Delegates Conference, have been duly communicated to the Electoral Commission as required under the Political Parties and Organizations Act, and the party chairperson, the Ambassador Luzira, will give you details of the same. Finally, we are authorized to drag the person passing off as the Chief Electoral Commissioner to courts of law for purporting to conduct a delegates conference outside the parameters of the FDC Constitution. I'd like to pass on the good news to the members of the party and well-wishers at large that today morning, the 25th day of September, we have filed a civil suit in the High Court of Uganda against one Dr. Bamwenda Boniface for holding out as the Chief Electoral Commissioner of the party without being duly elected by or appointed by the National Delegates Conference as stipulated under Article 29 of the party constitution. That is charge number 1 in the suit. Charge number 2, for him to purport to usurp the powers of the office of the chairperson, the Ambassador Luzira, to call a delegates conference slated for 6th of October. That is criminal. Criminal on the part of the chief, the part of Honorable Bamwenda to purport to overthrow the party constitution. Look at the provisions of Article 28, Clause 1B of the party constitution, a copy of which I have here, this one. It's very clear. Who is authorized to call a delegates conference? Which office is empowered to convene and preside over the National Delegates Conference? It is the office of the chairperson. The elder here we have here. So he has not appended any signature on any instrument to call it for that delegates conference. So what we have decided, in line with the resolution of the National Delegates Conference, to charge the Honorable Bamwenda on that account. He has not been sued with his accomplices. No. You'll get copies of the pleadings. He's been sued alone. It's up to him now to invite others to join him to face the wrath of the law. But for us, we have dragged him as an individual because we consider him an impositor in that office. It's the reason we said we must protect and jealously guard the sanctity of the party constitution. So the third charge against him is for rolling out a roadmap without the approval, the election roadmap without the approval of NEC. The roadmap he has been pursuing, it is his own document. Many of us, you see here, members of NEC. We have sat in NEC meetings time and again. And we last sat in June. We had passed a resolution that the roadmap be halted until we have resolved all these intricate matters at a NEC retreat, which retreat has not been convened up to now. So he decided to roll out a roadmap culminating into a delegates conference, which had hitherto been slated for 24th November. But you can see now the criminality they have perpetrated. Even that illegal roadmap has been also violated because he departed from the original roadmap, which had indicated that the delegates conference would sit in November, now bringing it forward to 6th October. You can't play around with the party like that. The party which has got constitution, which has got its own structures, which has got full membership, which has got reasonable people, you just play around with it unilaterally. Musically, you sit as an individual, you keep on shifting the goalposts here and there, and we keep on following you. No, we can't do that. So we want him to be called to order, and we are seeking for injunctive orders because if he is not restrained, he's likely to plunge the party into anarchy. He's likely to plunge the party into total chaos, which may, if not addressed properly, lead to dismemberment of the party, disintegration of the party. We can't sit and watch such events, nefarious as they are, to continue unabated. So far those are the actions taken, but the final one is a reassurance, again, that we are determined to protect the party constitution. This is a message to the Honorable Nandala, a message to Honorable Patrick Oboy Amuriat, a message to all the accomplices. This party constitution is sacrosanct. It's sacred. We can't allow you to desecrate it with impunity. That is not going to happen. And it's our duty and obligation. It is this instrument that ties us, actually that binds us together. It is this instrument here. It's the one that guides all of us as leaders. So we are determined to guard it jealously exploring all available options within the parameters or the confines of the law to deal with the same. The very final one, confronting the Museveni family rule. Once all the logistical and administrative measures are in place, we'll embark on the general mobilization, recruitment, and registration of members. Because right now we are dealing with the logistical issues, housekeeping matters to get settled as the new leadership. But once we are done with that, we shall be hitting the road, do mass mobilization, recruitment, and also advancement of the struggle. We shall adopt a multi-pronged approach to this. We'll be holding town hall meetings and also address rallies countrywide. So in the coming days, we shall be letting you know, members of the public, how this program will roll out. It's going to be discussed at the next meeting on Thursday, and soon thereafter we shall be letting you know. Thereafter, police will also be notified as required under the relevant laws. During these meetings, especially public rallies, we rally the masses against the junta that has effectively established the family rule in Uganda. People occupying all sorts of offices these days act for and on behalf of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. We don't need to repeat this. It's well known to you that actually every office here, people are holding office at the altar of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and we have to deal with that decisively. It is either Museveni, his wife, his son Muhoozi, his brother General Salim Saleh and the others. It's just a business affair, and his in-laws, even those who have married from the family, they are all wielding too much powers as against the bona fide citizenry who are the owners of the country. Just as an example, when you see the Prime Minister, Right Honorable Robin Nabanja, sneak into UN Assembly, where the government is already heavily represented by a 51-member delegation headed by the Vice President, Major Jessica Lupo, it's just a manifestation of the crisis we are talking about. You have a delegation represented, no, you have a delegation headed by the Deputy President or Vice President representing the country. All of a sudden, the hosts are astonished, they are surprised, they are shocked to see again another group storming the meeting. Robin and Nabanja majestically marching into the room with another delegation, a very big one. What an embarrassment. What an embarrassment. Can you imagine? Now, a big delegation of over 70, they are all there, representing one country, a very poor country, whose GDP is nowhere close to Dangote's wealth. Very, very absurd. We intend to speak to all our colleagues who are fighting for freedom in either to work together or harmonize our operations. We will reach out to our brothers in DP and UPC whose political parties have been taken over by the junta, because right now we need to develop that network and rescue our institutions together, collectively. So our brothers in DP, the Rurube Baigas, our brothers in UPC, Peter Warubiri, please, let's work out a mechanism, weave out a mechanism of rescuing our institutions. But in the broader struggle, we shall also reach out to other political institutions and formations, our brothers in NOP, our brothers and sisters in ANTI, CP, JEMA, and other political formations. We also intend to have conversations with the members of the civil society, religious leaders, and all other stakeholders in this country for purposes of liberating our country, which is under captivity, for God and my country.